Anime has genuinely produced some of the dumbest debates and arguments to ever grace the internet. Most of the time, it gets to a point where there is obviously not a clear correct answer because the argument is subjective and opinion based. However, people in the big 26 for some reason just love to rage bait others to no end. It will take shit to the absolute extreme if it means getting a fat chud over the internet upset because they don't agree with their opinion. So today, we gonna be talking about the dumbest anime arguments that ended up just being pure hatred and rage bait. So kicking things off, we're gonna talk about probably the worst argument of all time that I've seen multiple times throughout the past few years. Watching an anime in dub versus sub. Oh my god, bro. This one pisses me off on levels y'all don't understand. I have so much hatred for whoever started this argument because some motherfuckers will genuinely harm you if you dare watch a certain anime in the English dub version for absolutely no reason. Like, bro, this argument should not really be that deep because it's merely a preference thing. Some people would rather not read these long ass subtitles, especially if it's an anime like JJK. I would completely understand that decision. They got too much reading to do on the screen just to understand the power system. It's for real like reading an entire novel by itself when you are watching the dub version. When they first introduced the culling games and they were flashing the rules for about half a second on screen as if we could understand and comprehend them at light speed, I'm sure 90% of the people watching thought, the fuck? I am not reading all that. Also, it's basically confirmed that we, the fans, can't read in the first place. So why would you argue about the sub version being better when this is what your screen looks like every single fight? Because the narrator gotta explain something. Might as well put them annoying ass pop-up ads where it be saying hot baddie Asians are 1 mile away in your area. You should just enjoy the anime in whatever way you feel helps you enjoy the show better. You don't have to inconvenience yourself to read the subtitles if you don't want to. Personally, I watch most of my anime in sub, but I don't go around cramming it down people's throats just because that's how I watch my anime. However, there are people in this world that will do that. If you dare say you watch something like My Hero Academia in a language that's not in Japanese, every unemployed greasy chud is going to do everything in their power to try and dox you. All because in their opinion, the voice acting in English isn't quote unquote authentic. Doing the absolute most all because of some damn voices. Like, gang, I genuinely want to harm you. And bro, from personal experience, the ones that always be starting this argument are those annoying ass sub glazers that act like watching an anime in the dub versions is like committing nefarious acts on levels of King Von himself. The dub watchers are just in their own lane. They for real just chilling, rarely be starting any problems. But some of these fat ass Discord sub watchers will dead ass get pissed if you watch an anime in any other language. Like, God forbid you watch a show where you can enjoy it better because you can just listen and understand the language. And these are the same people that will dick ride anything Japanese related and glaze their entire country to no end as if it's superior to everything else only because they like anime. They dead ass be like, man, I wish I lived in Japan. Maybe then I would find a waifu that appreciates my green aura with flies. Like, bro, go take a shower, bro. You're scaring the hoes. They for real act like Japan is the best country to exist. Like they didn't commit some of the most disgusting, vile acts to the Chinese people. If you know, you know. You got Timmy and Huber over here sending you death threats because you said you watched something like Blue Lock in the English dub, and they want to justify their hatred for the dubs because it doesn't sound anime enough when their fat chud selves can't even understand Japanese.
Konnichiwa.
Their fat ass ain't even have the energy to open the Duolingo app a single time talking about Japanese is a much more superior language to watch anime in. Like, bro, say on triple T you being serious right now because there's no way these people are real. Now, I will admit there are some English dubs where you can tell the voice acting is genuinely hot garbage, but I feel like that's with every show in general. Not every voice acting role is going to be perfect. However, there are times too where the original or sub voice acting sounds trash, but the dub just sounds 10 times better. Not the most perfect example for this argument, but the anime Ghost Stories, one of the prime examples where the English dub was just infinitely funnier and better than the original because the English dub studio was told that they could just script it and say whatever they wanted, and the things that they were saying were absolutely wild that it had you questioning whether or not it was the original voiceover. Let me just play a few examples for y'all real quick so you know what I'm talking about.
I think she's right. You
You are retarded.
Like, bro, you ain't ever hearing this shit from any other anime but this one. Anyways, the only time I will take someone's opinion on whether or not an anime sub or dub is better is if they themselves can understand and are fluent in Japanese and whatever dub language they are comparing. But in general, don't be criticizing people on how they watch the anime in dub or sub. It really ain't that deep. The next argument that I want to talk about, though, that has got to be one of the stupidest arguments that tends to rage bait a lot of people on the internet because it's a mix of facts and just making shit up. I'm not gonna lie. The power scaling arguments. More specifically, the "but can he beat Goku" type of arguments.
He not beating Goku. He not beating Goku. He not beat. Nobody could beat Goku. Who you know beating Goku?
I swear, some of y'all Dragon Ball fans for real glaze Goku as if he's the strongest character in anime. Dog, he ain't even the strongest character in his own verse. Please shut up. Every single time I hear "but can he beat Goku" from a Dragon Ball fan, I genuinely want to tweak out. Like, I could be having a regular conversation with one of my friends about a character that's not even related to Dragon Ball, but a Dragon Ball fan will appear out of nowhere and will be saying, "But can he beat Goku? But can he beat Goku?" Twin, whose mans is this?
You put him on the TV.
Go home! And bro, it was genuinely purgatory during the COVID era when motherfuckers on TikTok were for real having Goku versus Saitama arguments like it was a political debate to run for president. And in 2020 was when motherfuckers were really about to kill each other over whether or not you said Goku beat Saitama in a 1v1. And as much as I partake in these arguments myself, I know just how flawed these arguments can be because each side will just be moving the goalposts, and in the heat of the argument, it's sometimes never noticed, causing motherfuckers to fall for the most mid-tier rage bait of all time. But if you want my personal opinion, I think that Saitama obliterates Goku because his strength in his verse is genuinely just unscalable, and his gag is literally to beat someone with one punch. Who is beating that? Goku Ultra Instinct is not even touching Saitama. Real shit. See? It is so easy to rage bait someone by saying some shit like that. I know about half the people watching this shit that are Goku fanboys are tired of shit right now. Pause. I see y'all fat asses just sitting there looking stupid with your faces all red with smoke coming out your ear. It was pure rage bait. Or was it? Hey man, in the words of my UK dog Senshi, I'm just the messenger. And the last thing I'ma just briefly mention about these type of arguments is another power scaling debate as of recently, which would be Bakugo versus Rize, which I saw blowing up on Twitter a while back. Now these Chainsaw Man fans were dead ass about to e-fight you if you said that Bakugo would beat Rize in a 1v1. Saying shit like Rize is immune to Bakugo's explosions and can regenerate or some bullshit. Honestly, I can't really disprove anything from either side because I'm not too familiar with how much Bakugo skills in comparison to Rize. However, based on what I know from both these characters, I think this is the closest hypothetical power scale I've seen in a while. They both could fuck shit up and they both crazy ass people. This shit was so heated that it got its own death battle where the end of it had Bakugo booming her ass to the Shadow Realm. Also, I hope you guys enjoy my Chainsaw Man LARPing impression. I know I rage bait at least one person by mispronouncing her name. Anyways, that's it for today's video. Leave a like and sub down below if you enjoyed it, and I'll see y'all in the next one. We out this hoe.
Pull up on my block, we smoke that AEO.